Hey everybody, it's Charles from HumbleMechanic.com, and today we're talking about getting our kids into cars. This all came about while I was attending the Shell Eco Marathon Americas in Detroit a few weeks ago. Seeing these kids building their own vehicles and learning these skills was incredibly inspiring. And hey, by the way, thanks to Shell for having me out so I could attend and for sponsoring this video. As I'm at the event, I'm watching these kids hustle and work hard and build cars, right? The goal of Shell Eco Marathon is for these students to build the most fuel-efficient cars. This is a very different automotive world than the one that I normally live in, but it's still so cool to see these young people working so hard to build vehicles. And who knows, this could easily be something of the future. Jay Leno actually came and talked to some of these students at the event, and he basically said that this could be the future, kind of like when he was a kid and hot rodding was the future, building the fastest, highest horsepower cars. Today, kids are building the most fuel-efficient, aerodynamic vehicles that they can. And while this may never take the place for some of us of building high horsepower cars and going really, really fast, the innovation, the design, the spirit of building these cars is very much the same. I did get the chance to talk to a handful of students about their experience at the Eco Marathon, and I'd love to share that with you guys.
It makes me feel really great, especially when they enjoy it, when you can actually see them figure it out for themselves and actually say, hey, maybe I actually want to do this again next year and continue doing this, not because they necessarily want to, be an automotive engineer or an industrial designer or whatnot, but because they like it.
I would like to tell to them that anything is possible and you have to follow your dreams. And even if some people are against you, because sometimes you feel it that way, maybe it isn't that way, but sometimes you feel a little bit threatened, is that the word? And yeah, you don't have to be afraid of that. You just have to believe in yourself, believe in your team, and believe that you can do it.
I think the real fear for parents and adults when it comes to anybody kind of breaking that boundary is that they're going to face those struggles, and so they want to kind of shelter those kids and from that. And it's kind of, sometimes it's good to kind of just back away and let them do it, and find out for themselves.
Now, for someone like me, this is going to be really easy to get my daughter into cars, right? She's almost always under tow when I'm working out in the garage, when it's safe for her to be there. Or if I'm building something, she wants to help too, which, to be honest with you, drives me nuts because it takes 4 times longer to build whatever I'm building, but I wouldn't have it any other way. But for parents of kids that don't, this may be very challenging for you. And one of the awesome things about this event is it gives kids anywhere from little grade school age kids on up exposure to things that they're not necessarily gonna get anywhere else. One of the things that we got to see was the Henry Ford designed kitchen engine. This was one of Henry Ford's early experimental engines that he put literally in the kitchen sink. His wife had to actually drip fuel or feed fuel into it to keep it running. It could be something like that. It could be something really cool, like showing simply how coolant works. But imagine being 10 years old and looking up and seeing these big kids, right? The 17-year-old big kids building their cars, and how inspiring that could be for someone that maybe already has that bug, but just doesn't know how to apply it. I guess what it all boils down to is us as parents need to work hard to explore all of these different things and find what our kids love. And if we can teach them about cars and show them how cars work, you don't have to worry quite so much about them being stranded on the side of the road with a flat tire. They'll already have exposure to this kind of thing. They may already know how to work tools. Nothing worse than seeing a 25-year-old person not even know how to work a screwdriver. We're right now living in a time of resurgence of back to basics and remembering and learning hard skills that all of our grandparents and great-grandparents knew, but we grew up not having to know because there was either someone to do it for us or it just doesn't need to be done like it did 50, 70, 80, 100 years ago. So whether it's something like the Eco Marathon that you take your kids to help explore the automotive world, somewhere like the Henry Ford Museum, racing, NASCAR, IndyCar, whatever it is, whatever it takes, we need to inspire the next generation of automotive enthusiasts, automotive visionaries, repair technicians, engineers, and on and on and on. So I'm doing my part. I hope that you guys are doing your part to inspire the youth of America and around the world to be into cars in some capacity or another, so that the hobby or the lifestyle of cars doesn't die with our generation. So with that, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you have a comment, put that down below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up on YouTube. I really appreciate that. Don't forget to subscribe right here on YouTube and over on the blog at humblemechanic.com. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, Snapchat. Thanks again for Shell for having me out and sponsoring this video. Congrats to all the winners of the Shell Eco Marathon Americas, and good luck to the 3 teams that won in America, the Drivers' World Championship. Hey guys, good luck in London, and remember, if you need somebody to hang out with you when you go to Ferrari, give me a shout. So to learn more about Shell Eco Marathon Americas, including the full rules and sign up, there's a link down in the description. You can check that out. All right, everybody, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.